Pratt from Channel 2's Spez News. Although many people think the church isn't alive and strong, there are others who think the church is one and united. So we sent out a few reporters to debunk that theory.
Hey guys, this is Jackie Crock here from Spez News, Channel 2, with Ms. Yeah. Alright, the first question is, so here are a couple questions about faith. The first question is, what does it mean to be united?
Well, I think you're talking about how the church is united. So what it means is that the church is one being, one whole church, and that everybody in the whole Catholic faith is all part of one church and therefore are united.
Good. The second one, how is our faith diverse in the modern day?
I think our church is diverse in that different cultures celebrate in different ways. We all celebrate the same Mass, but in different cultures, it's celebrated maybe differently. So maybe some churches have like longer songs or more emphasis on different things, but everybody celebrates the one Mass.
Interesting. Last question. In your opinion, do you think the church is united?
I do think the church is united. I think it has to be united. That's the definition of the church, is to be one and to be united. Even though there may be individuals in the church who think different things or celebrate in their own different ways, but in total, the church is united as one.
All right, thank you so much. Back to the news then.
Pat Griswold here with Channel 2 Spez News. I'm here with my pops, going to ask him a few questions about the faith. What does it mean to be united in your opinion?
To be united means to be of one mind and one heart, and to desire the same things.
Okay, interesting. How is our faith diverse in the modern day?
Well, I mean, our Catholic faith, the word Catholic means universal, so by its very nature, it's very diverse. It's made up of people from every race and nation on earth. It's the most universal church there is, and it really embraces people with all kinds of backgrounds and gifts and talents and abilities to make us the Catholic Church.
Very touching, very touching. Do you think
Michael Hall here with Channel 2 Spez News. I'm asking a teacher today, what does it mean, some question on the church. What does it mean to be united?
Well, I mean, I think in general to be united means to have a oneness. So if we talk about the family, that although each person is distinct and different from the others, that there's a common bond between them.
Okay, thank you. Question 2, how is our faith diverse in the modern day?
Well, I think we can just look at the liturgy, like the Mass, and in different countries, the language is going to be different. It's going to be in their own vernacular. Also, the customs from country to country. The liturgy in Africa is going to be completely different than in its songs, its music, and how they express themselves. It's going to be completely different in Poland than in the U.S. And of course, here in Philly, it's going to be different as well. We have parishes that go along the nationality routes, so we'll see different customs bring the liturgy alive, even though the Mass itself stays the same.
Okay, do you think Catholic faith is too free with their teaching?
What do you mean by free?
Do you think the Catholic faith is too loose with their teaching? So as in, like, too...
Are you calling the Catholic Church loose?
No. Do you think the Catholic Church is too lenient with their teaching?
I mean, that's an interesting question. I look at it this way. The Catholic Church gives an invitation. It never imposes its teachings on anyone. It proposes them. So we have to be open and receptive to what the church has to give us, its wisdom and its beauty as Mother Church. You know, we're supposed to look at the church as a great mother, and any good mother doesn't beat you over the head, right? She says, this is the way to go. So
you're saying with our free will, you make your choices?
We make our choices, and we suffer the consequences of those choices.
Okay. Question 4. In your opinion, do you think the church is united?
I think the church is like a beautiful masterpiece or a tapestry. You know, it's made up of really unique people like yourself. You and I have commonalities, but we're completely different. But we're all members of the same church. Look at the last popes that we had. You know, Benedict XVI, Pope Francis, John Paul II, completely different men. One was all about the heart, one all about the mind, one all about the body. But they're all Catholics. So it's this unity and distinction that makes the church beautiful.
So you're saying the church brings people together?
The church brings people. If it wasn't for the church, you and I wouldn't be meeting right now, Michael.
That is true.
God bless everybody.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rizzo. One.
Sean?
Sweeney here with Channel 2 Spez News. Through these interviews and people's personal experiences, we were able to prove the church is truly united, even though all the problems going on in the world today. Even though there are some rumors and speculation surrounding the church, it is in fact still united and strong today.
Jack, you got that right?
Yeah, I got it.
Please.